Yes, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you're watching this. And welcome to THFC to a die, home of Tottenham past, present, and the exciting future, of course, under Igor Tudor, who's going to lead us away from relegation and hopefully start the weekend, of course, against the North London rivals Arsenal with a valuable 3 points, maybe a point, but hopefully 3 points as we look to derail Arsenal's season, but also get us a win to get us away from that relegation zone. And of course, Igor did do his first interview today at Tottenham. His first press conference will probably become Friday as well. So we will be covering that as well, given our reaction to that press conference. But I'm just reading through what he said today, and I wanted to give you my thoughts on it, guys. So it was so refreshing to have a manager that comes out and speaks the truth and gives you the encouragement or gives you the sort of encouragement that we can do well and we can get out of this. We have too much of Thomas Frank praising other teams, using Arsenal as an example all the time. We shouldn't be using every other team. We should be using us as an example. And the way it came out, we're going to play front foot football. We're going to play aggressive football, but we also got to be smart at the back as well. A few of the things that come out of this interview today, and I've got it on me on the monitor. So if I look sideways, I'm looking at me on the monitor. I mean, one of the things he says, of course, I'm coming here knowing the situation. There is no time to find excuses. What I said from the first day here, each of us, each of the players need to give something more, something extra, because because of the position of the club in this moment is not one that anyone can accept. Every fan of Tottenham cannot accept the situation. We are aware of that, but it's not enough just to be aware of that. And that's the problem, isn't it? We were aware of it, but not being aware of it. And we allowed things to go on too much and we allowed things to deteriorate too much under Thomas Frank. I think if you sack Frank back in, say, November, and you bring this gentleman in now, I think we'd be sort of we wouldn't be where we were, if I'm being honest. And I think it's good because we have a manager that realizes that, a sort of a Conte type manager, that it's not good enough. It's not good enough not to play in the first half. It's not good enough not to give you all. It's not good enough to not play with pride to the shirt with the shirt. It's not good enough that you don't give 110% playing for Tottenham Hotspur, and you have to give something back to the fans. You have to give the fans belief that you have belief that you can go and get wins in the next 14 games, that you can pick up the points to get away from relegation. And I think from a formation point of view, I think we are going to play three at the back. I think we are going to be more probably a bit more disciplined in the way. And I think that's important. I think it's important we have to be disciplined. I think it's important that the players are disciplined to carry out his instructions, because by far we weren't disciplined under Thomas Frank, and by far these players weren't carrying out Thomas Frank's instructions. You can tell that by the way we were playing. And it's okay to play one half. We got to play full 90-plus minute football on the attack from minute one. There was a few other things that come out at the press conference which made me sort of make me stood up and notice. One of them here is this bit. He said there is no time to find excuses. Each of us need to give something more, and that's what he said at the end of the press conference. And he's right. We have a culture at Tottenham where it was easy to find excuses. It's the injuries, or the owners, or the owners, or the director of football. We're not going to back this manager because he's not our manager. And it's always an excuse for everything. There has to be a culture of that's not good enough anymore. If you've done something wrong, you've got to hold your hands up and own it. If I do something wrong, yeah, if I do something wrong and it's proof that you've done it, then I've got to own that. These players have to own the responsibility of not playing well and keeping us where we are and where they've got us. Now it's their responsibility for us to get them out of, for us to get us out of it. Do the players have that passion? Do the players have that fight? Do the players have that sort of responsibility? Can they take on that responsibility of getting us out of trouble? I think some will, some won't. Um, but it's so important that the time for excuses, it's him, it's that, or it's another thing, has to stop. The time for excuses has to stop, and I think he's right to say that. And then another thing as well, he says here, it's not enough to be just aware of the situation. Each of us need to give something more. And I think that was a slight dig at Thomas Frank, where you do have to give your all if you're in a relegation fight. You do have to give 110% to get yourself out of it. Even if you do go down, if we did get relegated and the players gave it their all, you can say you could be angry we got relegated, but you can say, well, do you know what? The players did give everything. They fought to the very end. And that's what happened in 77. We went down that year, but the players fought every game for 42 games. And then they fought every 46 games to get back up the following season. These players have not fought this season. These players have picked and choose when to play well. They've picked and choose when to fight. They've picked and choose when to perform. And it's not good enough anymore. It really isn't good enough. And they have to go out. They have to go out and give 110% for these next 14 games to make sure that we have Premier League status next season. Because if they don't, and other teams around to start winning, and Forest could get a bounce. They've got a new manager. West Ham have got a bit of momentum at the moment. If we go out and lose the next 3 or 4 games, then we're in serious problems. And then it will go down to the wire. I think it might go down if we don't start well. Say the next 4 games, we don't pick up, say 2 points out of the next 4 games, out of a possible 12. Then I'm fear it's going to the last game of the season. If we can pick up something like, I don't know, 7 points out of the next 4 games, I think then that's probably we're safe. I think anything above near enough 40 points is safe this year. But he is right. The players need to be aware of it. It's not just enough that the fans are aware of this situation. The players have to be aware of the situation, and I think some of these players are not aware of it because they can quite easily, if Tottenham get relegated, I'm going to put in a transfer request. I'll move somewhere else. No, makes no difference to me. And that's the problem, isn't it? That is the problem. It's attitude. That's the problem. It's attitude. It's accountability. It's taking responsibility. Me as a player put us in this position. Me as a player have to get us out of this position. So I think that's one of the things as well. I think he will stress that to the players as well. Um, he says also the last bit of it, which I found really interesting actually, and I really thought it was venture. I think there was slight digs at Thomas Frank in this sort of interview, little bits here and there. Maybe I'm the only one that saw it, but you never know. Maybe you picked it up as well. So let me know in the comments if you did. He said, maybe this can sound strange, but I believe that the thing that we need to focus on is training. So the training from today, that is the key. Because I always like to say Sunday and the game is consequence of the training. So that needs to be a focus. The coach needs to show the path. Where is the way we want to go? How we want to go? The players need to accept this, and together in this way, we preparing during the week. It's the best thing for Sunday, and it is, isn't it? It's the best thing that everyone's on the same page. Everyone's got the same fighting spirit. Everyone's got the same sort of knowledge. This is what we're doing on Sunday. This is how we're going to set up. This is how we're going to play. And it's down to these players to listen to the manager and listen to what he has to say and take it on to the next level and take onto the pitch what the practice are during the week. But do these players have it in them to do that? I think some do, and the majority of them don't. And that's the problem, isn't it? We've had a season of Thomas Frank where the players have not taken on what he said in training. The players haven't listened to what he has to say. And now, are we going to see a totally change in behavior from this group of players that they're going to listen to this man and take it to the next level. And hopefully they do. Hopefully they do take it to the next level. Hopefully they do listen to him, and we can get results in the last 14 games and stay up. But if we don't, we're still going to be in severely problems. So the last thing of this is Tudor the answer. Well, Thomas Frank was never going to be the answer. Thomas Frank had to go. Thomas Frank had to go. Results weren't good enough. He didn't have respect to the players. The fans wanted him out. We all fans wanted him out. He had to go. Is Igor the answer? I think Igor is the right choice to take us to the end of the season, and then in the summer you bring back Pochettino. Now, Pochettino wouldn't be my first choice. A, because I've made it very clear on this channel on many of occasions that he may have been successful in so many ways, but he wasn't the major successful, which is winning a trophy. That's been successful. That's showing what you've achieved. Yes, getting to finals, getting second in the league or third in the league, get to a Champions League final. They're great accomplishments. They're great that you can build off. But if you look back through the years of managers, what are they remembered for? They're not remembered for finishing third or second in the league. They're not remembered for playing really good football. They're not remembered for reaching League Cup finals and Champions League final. Managers are remembered for what they won. They're remembered for the trophies they have taken home. They're remembered for the trophies that they've given to the football club. Bill Nick. That's why Ange Postecoglou, a lot of fans don't like him. But Ange Postecoglou is the third man in our history to win a European trophy. He went out and won something. Now, his football was diabolical. We finished 17th in the league with 22 league defeats. But again, he's a manager who can go to a club. This is my CV. Look at what I've won. And we have this romantic history with Pochettino. He will come back and give us what we've had before. And maybe he can. Maybe he will. But he's got to get over the line. He's got to get over the line. And that's so important. So, in one way, I think bringing Poch back will give the board time. I think it would give them a bit of space. It would give them a bit of favour with the fan base. Will he be back? That's the biggest question of the lot. Will he be back? And that we won't know, will we, to the summer? And I think also one thing with this, what really worries me, and it really does worry me, and maybe a lot of fans are not thinking about it, but it does worry me, that when it comes to a transfer window or an end of a season where at the end of this season there's a World Cup, Poch won't be free to July. Most teams are back in pre-season in July. What is the plan to get players out, to buy players in that he wants? Who's going to be there taking them through pre-season? These are the things Tottenham boards do have to work out because, like it or not, next summer is going to be our biggest transfer window of a generation. Do we need a manager who's going to walk in on the 1st of June, walk in a couple of weeks before the start of the window, hit the ground running? Or do we wait for Pochettino to come back in July and just hope we'll start a transfer window in July? It's got to be done right. And this is so many things that I do not trust the board. I do not trust Vinay. I do not trust Johan Lang to get this right. So, look, I think Poch, if you're looking for a logical choice, somebody's going to bring the fan base on side, somebody's going to unite the fan base, then yes, it's going to be Pochettino. But there's other managers out there. There's Nagelsmann. There's other managers. There's Xavi Hernandez. There's other managers that are free now that can walk in as soon as the season finishes, can walk in and start the job straight away. And then you can start building around his summer window. Even now you can start doing it if you know who you're bringing in. And this is the thing, if they know they're bringing Poch in, then they've got to sit down with Poch over the next few weeks and say, right, we know you're not going to be available until the end of July or till USA go out the World Cup. We know that. So we want from you now, it's a plan of players, what we're going to do. Who's going to come over and take pre-season while we're waiting for you to come free? And who do you want in the squad? Who do you want out the squad? All this has got to be put into place, because you cannot wait for a manager to come in at the end of a World Cup and then start saying this is what I want implemented. Then you're playing catch up then, aren't you? You're playing catch up with the other teams. We have to be fast out the blocks this window. Players out, players in, players out, players in, players out, players in. We've got to spend at least 350, 400 million this summer to readdress this squad, to make this squad a better squad, and also get the players that are coming in and the players that are staying there, get them into the way Poch likes to play football. But if you're going to wait till July, then you're playing catch up already. So I really hope the board and I really hope Tottenham have a plan for whoever they do bring in, either being Poch or say Xavi Hernandez or Nagelsmann, whoever, that they have a plan. But yeah, we've got Igor very excited for his first game in charge. Of course, it is against Arsenal. It's North London derby, and you know me, I'm always the optimist. There's one game I hate losing, and I really hate losing, is the North London derby. I don't like losing London derbies full stop, but this one I so much hate losing. Really, really, really do. So look, more on that tomorrow. We've got a show tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We're on an hour later tomorrow, because we've got Luke from Spotlight and Spurs. We have also Billy from Change for Tottenham, me and Tequila as well. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, there will be another show. There will be, I think me and Tequila, I'm going to do a show on Thursday. I'm going to say it's free. Probably have a little bit of fun. Probably see the lads from the Arsenal come on again, and we'll sort of talk all things Tottenham Arsenal. Friday, we'll have Rain back. So me and Rain be talking over the last week at Spurs. We're going to talk a little bit more about what's happened last week. We're going to talk about he can get his thoughts on Igor Tudor, and then of course we've got the build up on Saturday. We've got the game on Sunday, and then after the whistle. So we've got a lot going on. If you can also, guys, we've got a new channel started up as well. The first show went out live this evening. I mean, Philip Brady, Ireland Till We Die. Please go over and give that like and the subscribe if you can. I will put the link in the description below. And yeah, thanks all for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Or if you're watching this in the morning, have a great day. And I'll see you tonight at 9 with Trust Broken over this, with Tottenham board emitting minutes from the meeting with the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust. I'm going to give my views on the Supporters Trust as well. And also we're going to get Billy's views on Change for Tottenham, what's coming up as well with Change for Tottenham, and we'll get Tequila and Luke's say on the matter as well. Whatever you do enjoy your evening. Thank you all for watching. And whatever you do, come on, you Spurs. The big cock will be.